Hi, welcome to postbidbuy.com. In this video, we're going to examine the process to register as a seller of materials. This is different from a buyer of materials. This is actually the contractor or supplier registration that will then be allowed to bid on requests that buyers will post. The first thing you want to do is turn your attention to the register, the blue register button in the upper right hand corner, and click on that. And once you do click on that, you'll be brought to the first of the registration screens. And the first question is date of birth. This is absolutely important because we require that anybody who uses the system must be 18 years or older, and this is the primary way that we ascertain that. So go ahead and put in your actual birthday, and this is I'm going to put in January 1, 1980 in this example. After you put in your birthday, take a look at the terms and conditions for using the site, and that will help you to understand what's expected of you and how this site works. Once you have read and agreed to those conditions, check this box right here that says I have read and agreed to abide by the terms and agreement above, and then go ahead and hit the continue button. This is the second screen of the registration process for service providers, and the very first question above is select your role, and you will want to click on that and then click on service provider, bid on materials, and service auctions. And then for the username, this is very important. Do not put in a username that will allow anybody to know who you are. This is an anonymous system until the bids are awarded. And so you don't want to put in any identifying characteristics here. So in this example, we're going to put in Fred the seller. And then we're going to put in Fred's password. Here it is right here. I'm taking it from my password manager so that it's secured safely. And then we're going to enter in, oh, I'm sorry, I said Fred the seller. It's actually Ted the seller. And then we're going to put in Ted's email address, Ted the seller at gmail.com. See, we got that right. Looks good to me. Ted the seller at gmail.com. You put it in twice just to make sure that you actually got it right. This is a very important piece of information, and we'll go ahead and send a email to this email address as a part of this process. The advanced portion here is a question that will go into the records in case you lose your password and you need to prove your identity. The very first thing the system will do is ask you to answer this question. And in this case, we're going to say, oh, what street do I live on? And the answer is Elm Street. Once you complete the question and answer process, then turn your attention to the security verification question here. All this does is ensure that you're not a machine. And so put this string of text and letters in, and that will finish the screen off. BB34GY5D. It is not case sensitive, so you can just go ahead and use lowercase letters if you want. When you complete that step, press the continue button. Okay, now in this third page, now we do need the specific information as to who you are and how to reach you. So you need to put in your correct information. And in this case, it would be Ted Seller. And the company name is Ted's Company. The currency should be filled in as US dollars. The time zone will be Mountain Daylight Time, American Denver. You may have to find that in a long list of times, but hopefully that'll come up in this default condition. The address is 456 Elm Street, and the phone number is 303-555-1314. You would use your real phone number there, not the phone number I'm using in this example. The country is the United States. The state is Colorado. The city and town, you just go ahead and pick from a list of city and town here. And then the zip code, 80222. Okay, once you fill in all this information, then go ahead and click on the Continue button. Once you do, it takes you to the final step in this process, and that is to accept your role as a service provider. And it's already pre-selected for you, so all you have to do is hit the Finish button. Okay, once you click on the Finish button, you will be taken to a page that says Registration Almost Complete. Thank you for registering. And in a few minutes, the system will send you an email that will contain a link inside the email. You must open up the email and click on that link, and then that will finalize the registration process, and the system will send you an email telling you that you are now registered. So we're going to just take a second here, pause the video, wait for the system to send that email, and then once it does, we'll come back and finish it. It's worth noting that it takes the system 5 to 10 minutes to send this particular email out. The other emails it will send later in other processes happen much quicker, but for this one there is a 5 to 10 minute delay. So we'll be right back. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes now, and we should have an email waiting in our inbox. So we'll go ahead and check our Gmail account for that letter, and here it is. It's from PostBidBuy, and it says, "Welcome to PostBidBuy, Ted," and then it's got a subject line that says, "Before we can activate your account." And so we're going to go ahead and click on this email, and then we can go read it, and you can see that it says, "Dear Ted Seller, before we can activate your account in PostBidBuy, there is one last verification step that must be taken below. To complete the registration verification, please click on this URL," and it'll show that your username is Ted the Seller, and there's some other information here as well. So go ahead and click on this registration link, and once you do, you'll be taken back to the site, and it will tell you registration is complete. So once that step has been accomplished, you come over here to the sign in button, and then go ahead and sign in, putting your information in here, and then when you do that, you'll be able to access the site. So here we go, and there we are. And now you can go ahead and search bid requests and go ahead and reply to any of those requests. And you may want to take a look at the account section. This is another video in the series after this one, and you'll see that there are quite a bit of things that you can do with this account, and we'll go over that in detail in another video.